So finally all the parts have arrived. This one was sent wrong. I cancelled it. 2 days later, got confirmation it's been sent. I said, mate, you already gave me the refund, but no reply. So basically buying parts out of India is just hit and miss. You don't know what you're gonna get, when you're gonna get it. Bad tracking. The parts don't fit. You have to go over them, make them fit. So I already pre-assembled this. This is already good for final assembling, I think. The old one had no glass, and it had a few more gaskets in there for putting it all together. So I'm just gonna reverse all this. It had all these bits in here. This is obviously the rim for the glass, and this was underneath, and this is the original housing from the it's a VBA1T. This is the globe, and it's a bit different to the Sprint and to the other classic Vespas. So this here I had to break off and use it as a template because it had these holes in here, and it had this little pin in there here. This pin stops the needle in here from going backwards or past that point and get stuck. So I'm just gonna pull it apart and go through the process, yeah. So the glass comes, you have to put the gasket around it and clean it so it's no dirt inside, and obviously make sure it fits the right way into that frame. And every little step you do when you put this together, because there's moving parts, you have to pre-fit it. Make sure that it has got the right angle and the right, it bows properly, because these parts are not as sturdy as the original Vespa parts. So I pull the face up here, and this one here, yeah. It wasn't like this coming up, it was the other way around. So what I had to do, turn it around, use a heat gun, warm this area up, and then basically push this down carefully until it stays above that needle. Because if you don't do this, and this is here too low, the needle won't spin. All right. Let's show you. The needle spins. So I do this with my hands. To get this going, yeah, I had to do a few exercises here. This thread here drives the clock for the kilometers, and this was fully rusty, so it didn't work. So I had to scratch all this clean with these tips here and oil until it was all working, and then basically make sure nothing breaks off. And then I used a bit of tape, put this on a drill bit, and put this into a drill, you can say here, and then basically go back and forth, making sure this is working, yeah. that's backwards. So you have to get this all going, and then keep cleaning. And any fibers in there, you have to take them out with the little pincers, and until it's clean. In the end of the day, you can't get around it. You have to watch this little spring here that doesn't fall out. Everything is here, very small, and as you can see, this is all very fiddly. Clean it all up, and this one here I couldn't get out there because I didn't want to try and pull this thing off just because I had a new one. So I didn't want to take the risk and destroy this. So what I did, this one was broken anyway, I snapped the rest of it off, right, in the middle, and then placed this one here. This one had didn't have the holes up here like this one, like the original. So what I've done, I placed this over here, centered it on the back, made sure the distance, the overlap is the same, based on that center hole here where the axle goes through for the Speedo. So after I was happy, I basically used the pan and marked it with the pan, and then I had these black dots. With these black dots, I drilled. Now, I stuffed this up the first time, as you can see. The holes bent right, so it wasn't sitting right in here, and it caused me problems. Now, because of this, I put some epoxy glue in here and let it cure, and then re-drilled everything. Now I can basically pop it on here, slide it in here, and push it in position. 1, 2. Yep, it actually sticks quite well. And then whenever I add a part, I'll make sure it's spinning freely, because if something there is fretting or rattling or whatever, and the Speedo doesn't run freely, there's a problem. I made myself some marks here, so I know it's not gonna by accident go one way around or one too often. And amongst all this, I had to pull the old stop. As you can see here, there was a stop pin, right? That pin, I had to basically drill a hole. There was already a black spot, original from the manufacturer, and that pin here, it's going to show this one. Like this here. I just pulled this one out, and now I'm going to set it. I'm going to put it in here to make sure it doesn't fall out, because I expect vibration. I'm going to mix a little bit of araldite and set it in there with some glue. So bear with me. It doesn't need much. That's enough. Close the araldite, and then we're gonna mix this with my little mixing stick, which today is an old saw blade. So this is it. And now I'm going to set this in here. You need good eyes for this. If you haven't got good eyes, it's difficult, or you need good light, or both. So there you go. This should work. This should work. I'll just spin this a little bit with my finger on the other side. Yep. Now this little theater window was too low. So the original one is only half the size and only shows the direct line. This one here, unfortunately, is too big because it was at the wrong spot. So this is what you're gonna get. And this one here, Alpha India, is even different. So they're all different. They don't fit well at all. But if you don't have two left hands and no thumbs, and you're good with your